Big son, big son. But throughout this process, I just say stay down, rise up. Feel me? But nah, though, we got some real shit going on, bro. Like, I named this Mortal Kombat because there's Mortal Kombat going on right now. Mentally, physically, spiritually. And the thing is, I was playing the game for the first time because I got a little steal on like a little P5 for like 300, right? So I was like, fuck it, let me cop that. So I can like be in the house more again. Cause it seemed like it was a lot of bullshit trying to just fuck with my energy. So I need to be in the crib. So as I'm playing this game, Mortal Kombat, right? I'm trying to beat the story mode. So I got interested inside the story mode because it was talking about timelines and shit like that, how they were skipping and changing destiny and shit like that, right? So I got to thinking, that's what the fuck we're going through right now. Like, even this 2000 year mark, we've been shown this shit, okay? Like, we had a chance over again. This is our chance over again. Like, you, you only feel like you're in a prison till you can get out. But look, ooh, the thing I'm trying to say is, like, some shit happened. I feel like some Men in Black shit already happened. And it was kind of like recent. Not even that long ago. I'm gonna say like 2019, 2020. But certain niggas was on that shit still. So they said what they said. But the thing I'm trying to say is, bro, the only reason I say that shit happened is because we dead ass already be here. Like, these deja vu moments you get in is because you been here. Okay? Ain't no fucking I dreamed this shit, nigga. Nah, nigga. You went there, you been there. You been here, you know what the fuck to do. You need to fast so you can get back to a physical thinking pattern what goes on this physical state. Cause my theory is, like, we're dealing with the Middle Ages right now. If we was time traveling, we'd be in the Middle Ages. What is the middle of 3 or 4? 2.5, right? 4 would be, it would be 2, right? And then the middle of 3 will still be 2, okay? So, dealing with this 2000 timeline, we're at the 2, which is really the 6, okay? So the V2 is the 6. But that's dealing with the G, the V2 charge, okay? That's dealing with the cells in the air. And if it's dealing with the cells in the air, it's gonna deal with the cells in your body. Because when that change on the physical state, you're changing on the physical state. If you've been already up in your frequency, then you were getting to a frequency that was past the timeline or to where we at right now. Because the frequency that matches the year, which is a measurement of energy, and hertz is a measurement of energy, the hertz actually matches the year on the timeline scale. The timeline scale and the hertz scale matches each other if you were time traveling, okay? Portals and all types of shit can be open. Like, spiritually, I feel like this is what we doing right now. Because when you awaken, in the spirit realm, it's like, I don't know, it's like you be happy to take a nap. Then you get up knowing, even if you can't remember, it's still a knowing. It becomes intuition. So when I say we in the Middle Ages, this is like 5th century, 16th century, shit like that. But if you peep the centuries and all that shit and use numerology, you'll see what dimension it was talking about, okay? And when it comes to these loops come around in dimensions, these cycles. So if it's a cycle that's tying us back to the past, it's gonna match up to the dimension. So if you need to see what was going on then, it's gonna be the same thing that's going on now. That's why, like, yeah, shit gets better, Roman Empire falls, but at the same time, that the next empire falls too. And then that falls, and then that falls, right? But out of that whole empire story of the takeovers, starting from the west, going to the east, down to the Byzantine and all that empires, even though that's been shown, but no, they all fall, okay? And they always used us. So at the end of the day, we have to take back what's ours. If they use some type of squatters' right to do that shit, then we gonna have to do the same shit, period. What that take, just getting mail to the house? Something like that? I don't know. But it gets deeper than that though, because that's why they're trying to shut it down. Because you can put shit into a irrevocable trust in your name. Not the all caps name, but your name. Then you can create a whole nation that's outside of the Fed system. They don't have to respect it out of your sovereignty. You feel me? I mean, in my eyes, that's all that was going on anyways, but when family lines tie to other family lines, really, all their inheritance is our inheritance. You feel me? But going back to this timeline shit, bro, this is where it gets weird because we're in 2023, but the Hertz scale is dealing with the 1800s all the way to the year 2160. And that's the ending of the 6 Hertz scale at 2160. So that 2160 is actually like next year type shit. Okay? That's next year. Tying in New Year's, which is actually April 1st. Alright? So dealing with this, dealing with that is going to make a skip in time, okay? Literally, because what is time? Naturally, energy. Time is just a measurement of energy. And why does it seem like time is speeding up? Because we're in an arena, right? The state of matter is speeding up, okay? The air, the state of matter in the air. That's why your state of matter in your body has to speed up, or you're gonna feel like you don't have any air, right? That means, like, I fucked around and licked some Molly, and it was bad. And I knew I shouldn't even did it. I ain't even took that forever, right? And it was bad though. Shit almost took me out. This was like April, and I knew what the fuck I was teaching. But what happened I stopped, feel me, I got attacked spiritually, mentally, physically, and then I also did it myself. So that being said, that Molly almost took me out. I didn't even take a lot. I just licked some. Right? Body started going everything. I was in my car. But this from the shit that I learned through my ascension was that no fear, right? Because fear does what? It blocks the awareness. So as my body is beginning to shut down, and I'm already teaching why you shouldn't even fuck with drugs, whoop de whoop, all types of shit. I'm already teaching that, right? Literally. Like, you really get to listening to me, I really be on that shit. So, like, so the thing was, my intuition told me to eat fruit and take a shower. But the thing about the cold shower, it wasn't working. And then when I turned the hot shower on, it wasn't working. It was just making my body go even more numb, or like making it to like a shocking pain. So it was like, I heard 19 keys. His video pop up every time after a video that I'm trying to watch, and that shit over. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it. He was talking about experience when his body electrocuted, like the electricity went to his body type shit. So peep game. So when my intuition told me to eat fruit, so I went in there, started busting mangoes open. Everybody looking at me crazy. I'm busting mangoes open. That shit helping me get my breath back. You feel me? So what I say is keep you some fruit with you wherever you go. And really just be on a healthy tip. Because they're going to attack you through the drugs, the food, and the air. Trust me. Trust me on that one. But trust me, I don't be on that shit. I swear to God. For real. I don't be on that shit. But like, I did it that time. And it almost took me out. It was a reminder, and it was something that showed me my power. Because I actually went back to nature. I didn't call the hospital. I didn't ask nobody for help. And it was a time where I really would look at myself as calling somebody for help. But I just listened, you feel me? And the fruit, and I grounded, and I went in the woods to get my air back. Then I had to sleep that shit off. Because that shit had fat in it. You feel me? So the thing is, everything got fat in it. Okay? Even down to like these vaccines and all this extra shit. It ties to a benzo, which ties to a cell structure that sounds just like it. And what do benzos do as a downer? Make you forget your memory, right? But fentanyl is something called lysis. In medical terms, is the suffix of the word paralysis. Lysis means pathological blood destruction. So whenever you see a null as a suffix or a prefix or something like that, that's fentanyl. All that shit, benzos, all that shit tied down. You just gotta look in the name, split it up in syllables. And I'll tell you what it's about. Cause they definitely trying to feed you that shit, especially on the streets. Cause they know niggas taking that shit on the streets. But under the sun, it speeds up the the blood destruction. It's just like makes it like more parasites or something. Feel me? Shit not good. If y'all be on that shit, right? I be trying to tell everybody. So I was never the one on it. I tried it, and then off my experience of trying it, it's like my DNA code will end up knowing what the fuck was up. Should be weird. Even if I didn't try, I'd be like, yo, that shit ain't right. Be like, whole time, a nigga right. But, yeah, bro, they attacking us, bro. And this is really on some mental, physical, and spiritual shit come on this time traveling shit because it ties to our DNA. So it's like, it actually is some Mortal Kombat shit because we can change our destiny right now, but you have to listen to your intuition. Most of y'all done got the steps to do it. I know I did. And I got distracted. I got myself off tune. Really, I stayed on tune. But my chakras was like intertwined. And it was like I had to go back on what the fuck happened. Feel me? Then I started to realize what the fuck was going on. Niggas was trying to kill me. But the thing is, I knew. It's just, I'm a hood scientist, so I've been experimenting with my theories. I'm not experimenting on people. I'm experimenting with my thoughts. Hey, so if it's like I come up with a theory, I'm gonna see if that bitch right so I can stand on that shit. And I stand on everything I say until somebody correct me. That's just how I feel. Nature with it, I'm with it, let's get it. I'm trying to tell y'all. Oh yeah, let's get back. Alright, so say if it's a four scale, if it's a 4-number scale, right? A 4-number scale, right? You got your 1800s, your 1900s, your 2000s, and then your 2100s. Say that's a 4 scale, right? And the 4 scale is a 3, 6, 9, 3 instead of a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So the scale is a 3, 6, 9, 3. The 12 is a 3, numerology. 12 is a 3, so that's a rebirth of Christ energy, or what you call ether, or carbon. I mean, really everything. So it's a rebirth because it's denoting a higher frequency on the planet. That's what Delta means, denoting new energy. So as it goes around the 360, right? Just 360 is something you might say circle, but different shapes come up to 360. When they're put together like that. So when it goes around the 360, it goes into a newer dimension. But really, when I'm saying the 360, it's really making a 6-point start or a 5-point start. And then that shows how it has 9 land masses within that star. So as it keeps going around and keeps going around, say since 2017, now we're in 2023, we're at the 6th year, 6th seal. And that's settling on the planet now. So if the thing that gets tricky about time is because it's the Gregorian calendar versus I think the lunar or the solar, right? So talking about September should be the 9 of the 4-number scale, okay? So that's dealing with over 2,000 hertz. But you have to remember the hertz match up to the year. So if we had 2023 hertz in the timeline of the hertz, the Scuman resonance is rising. It's rising over 2,000 hertz. So when it gets over 2,000 hertz, the set scale for that is 2060. So 2060, right? 2060 will have you in the time where they said they was gonna release shit back in 2019. They said they was gonna release everything that's going on around the world with this pandemic. 2060, right? I was getting this message to myself that it was tied to a hertz coming off the sun. And that was going to actually put us in that time lapse, because time is a measurement of energy, okay? It's not. We're using what we call time, months and years and all this shit, to measure the energy as the sunspot goes around the dome. We're really around the arena while all these damn sacrifices going on. And then it comes to a point you could be awakening and you still sacrificing yourself. You have to do the work. We have to do the work. I have to do the work. You feel me? Shit's about to make a big twist. It's a flip for next year, just because you can say, if you're not going on a Gregorian calendar, September is June. And then September in reality is December. Another rebirth of the 12 type shit. And then December is March. And then that's when you get April Fools as New Year's. But I know that shit right, because it ties around the four-headed beast that goes around, as you call Carbon. Most people know one of the beasts as the Lionsgate portal, the 8-8 portal. That's just one of the beasts. I'm about to see why they did it. Put Halloween on that date. So how long does it take for a CME to hit? I don't know, the sun actually boosts personality dealing to a mode or attachment you with, dealing with emotions. Or when you detach. You put you in Mortal Kombat mode. Man, that shit fucking up, so man, I'm about to just hop out. But yeah, it's about to be a skip, bro. Cause they said that they was supposed to release it 2060. But now they talking about releasing something October, November, which still ties to the 9. But that's most likely gonna be around the gate. So they about to start making bullshit before the gate open, which is October 27th. Will start opening. That's when it's fully open. They ain't gonna tell you that shit neither. Then you got a solar eclipse coming up. Like, it's October about to be punched with a lot of shit. Like, a lot of shit. Like, sometimes I be like, damn, I need to get shit packed up. I mean, I do. But at the same time, it feels like niggas gonna have to move. You know? Because if you still have your status as under a citizen, it's not going to be a good show. Then you can tie your name or your identification number. You feel me? Because to the court, you have a employee identification anyway. That's your social. So I mean, if you was to, take over your name, you can still take over your social. It's just like the music industry. You gotta get your masters so you can own your shit. But then you could take it outside their system. The shit y'all need to look into ASAP if you're even listening to me right now. If you are, don't worry. Just get the shit done.